closest to me, I just feel it has a slight advantage in length of body. He probably a pig that's got every bit as much muscle. I think the color maybe is a little bit more deceiving, maybe a little bit stouter in its bone work, and I like the way he comes off those hind legs just a notch better than the pig in second. Pig in second, surely a long, level, heavy muscle kind of a pig, and here's a pig that would win a many a show, and anybody on the ringside that wanted to start the class with this pig, I certainly wouldn't argue with you. To me, very, very close placing between these two. And the pig in third is a pig that didn't want to cooperate too well here in the drive, but here's a pretty good kind of a pig. We never really got a really good look here in the drive. Just wanted to get back to the pen and fight his way back. But here's a pig still with a lot of muscle and thickness about him. He gets a little softer on his hind pastures there compared to the other two. Maybe just a notch rounder over the top of his shoulder compared to the first two pigs in the drive. And the next pig coming out, here's a really big, long framed kind of a pig also. To me, he gets just a notch narrow as you look down his top. He gets a little pointier there and over his hip compared to some of the other pigs in the drive. But again, a pretty good kind of a pig to land up in the fourth place. And the next pig coming out, a pig you surely appreciate the levelness and the design of this pig, but to me gets a notch narrow over his top, particularly over the top of his shoulder blades there than the pigs above. The next pig coming out, maybe the heaviest muscle pig in the class, but he gets a little bit somewhat unsound as he moves around in this drive here today. Then the next pig coming out gets a somewhat narrow, and now his top gets a little pointier there in his shoulder area, gets a little narrow in his chest area also. Then the next pig coming, pig that surely got a lot of muscle and thickness, a pig that kind of breaks pretty much there behind the blades, and therefore I'm going to dock him. I'd like to see a little bit more rib in this pig also. Next pig gets a little softer made, a pig that's maybe a little more production oriented, a pig that's really got a lot of body about it, but he has a little softer look. He doesn't have that muscle shape that we have in some of the other pigs. And we end up with a pig that needs a little shot more muscle and width.